Hey everyone, how's it going? Katie and Pamela here, live from the Mehron Studios in New York. We are back at it again, talking all things body paint. So we're going to be doing some demos today and answering all of your questions. So let's get into our looks.
And we're going to be talking about two different types of body paint. One being our most famous and best-selling, our Paradise Makeup AQ. And then we're also going to be talking about our Edge face and body paint, which just came out this year.
We've been getting a lot of questions on what is the difference, how do they work, can they be used together? We're going to answer all those questions for you. So we kind of chose to do two different looks. So I am all about Paradise here, and Pamela is all about Edge.
All about Edge.
So for my look, Paradise is all about building and blending colors. So it can be sheared out really beautifully, or it can be built up to a full opaque color. So I'm using our Prisma, which each one of these individually also comes as a full-size pan, or you can get them in the cakes. I love to use the cakes on the go just because it's got a little bit of everything. This is our Twist Prisma. And then I'm also using a few shades from our coveted 30 color palette. I took it out of the palette to save room. It does come out very easily. It's a little messy because it's had a lot of love. But I'm also going to be using our dark pink, our wild orchid, our gold brilliant shade, and the teal. And what are you using today?
I'm using the Edge palette, which is a 6 color palette, but you can also get all of these 6 shades individually. And basically, Edge is a water activated face and body paint, much like Paradise, but there's a few differences. Being the base. So with Edge, you get an all natural petroleum free base. It's got vitamin E, olive oil, and coconut oil in it. So it's got a lot of soothing natural extracts. I mean, you do get that with Paradise, but with this, it's more about getting really opaque coverage, really crisp, sharp lines. You're not using this to blend, to do a look that Katie has on right now where it's very watercolory, where the colors are blending together. She sheared it out a lot. With Edge, you're getting like thick, opaque coverage, and it's not meant to start blending and bleeding into other colors. So, for instance, I put down the red here, and then I went over it with the black, and I didn't blend them together. I wasn't trying to get them to have this gradient effect. I wanted them to be more harsh lines. And then I put the white detail down and just wanted like a really stark white line. It's just an Avant Garde fun look that we were doing today. But I didn't want that to start blending in with the colors that I already put down. So, you know, with Paradise, sometimes people will worry, okay, I put down, let's say, hot pink, and then you're going over it with white, and now that white is turning into a light pink because it's mixing. You won't get that with Edge. Once the pigment is dry, so don't, you know, if you put down a color and it's still wet, wait until it's completely dry to put your colors over it, and then that won't blend together. You're gonna get two different colors that are true to the color that you see in the palette.
For example, my look, like I said, is all about blending. So I'm wanting to get that watercolor mix, really smooth blend. So I'm shearing out our Paradise with water and a brush. I'm just kind of going on and painting it. I already have my layer of the pink in the Prisma palette. It's also available as a single. And then the dark pink, just kind of layering them. Now I'm going to go in, I'm gonna switch brushes. And I'm gonna use the yellow in here and start to kind of blend the yellow shade into the pink. What I love about Paradise too, we were talking about how there's a lot of good for your skin ingredients in Edge. Paradise, you get that as well. So in this you have avocado oil, aloe, cocoa butter, cucumber, vitamin E. So it's very soothing for the skin, even if you have to wear it for a long time, which a lot of times when you're doing performance makeup and such you are. So you want it to be very gentle, even for sensitive skin.
And Paradise smells really good too.
Oh, it smells delicious. It literally smells like paradise.
A lot of people ask, you know, is there coconut in Paradise because it smells like coconut, but there is no coconut. So people who have allergies, you don't have to worry about coconut.
It's actually the cocoa butter, I believe, that gives it that
gives it
scent.
the really nice scent.
And it also makes it very like nourishing and goes on just really nice and smooth. You can see how easily the colors kind of blend into each other. And you can really like manipulate Paradise as well, depending on how much you kind of swirl the water into the paint. So if you work it in a lot, you'll notice that this kind of thick layer of paint builds up, and that's where you'll get this really opaque color. Since I want more of a watercolor effect, I'm gonna dilute it a little bit. And you can shear it out really easily just by adding more water. So that's what I'm doing. And then kind of just going in and adding it on, and then just using my finger to press it in. And then once it's dry, you can build right on top of it and add as much color as you'd like. Someone asked, do we like water activated or alcohol activated? It totally depends on what you're doing. Alcohol activated, because it's activated with alcohol, can be damaging to the skin if you're doing it regularly, or if you have very sensitive skin. So these are definitely a much more gentle version. If you wanted that really long wear, pair it with our barrier spray on top of it. 2 coats will help to extend the wear.
But both Paradise and Edge are water activated paints.
Yes.
They work very similarly in how you activate, but do 2 different things. Has anyone tried Edge yet? I know most people are Paradise users out there already, but has anyone tried Edge?
If you haven't, I definitely recommend. And it's not something that you could use, like right now, to demonstrate the differences. I'm using Paradise and she's using Edge, but they're actually the perfect like power couple together, because you can build out that really soft effect with Paradise and then go on top and add any line work, and it doesn't disturb the Paradise underneath it. So they work beautifully together. Yeah,
that's kind of the point, because again, like going back to what I was saying earlier, where, you know, if you put down color and then you put down another color over it and it starts to blend together, you know, you don't want to ruin the work that you put down.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to do a really soft sheer look and then have stark black lines over it, you would use the Paradise first, then use Edge to go over and do that line work.
Do we like grease paint pigment? Yeah. Absolutely, another really great formula. Those are very, very pigmented, but can be blended out really easily. You have to set those with a powder, but they're amazing, especially if you're working on top of any prosthetics.
Which brings up another great question. You know, people will ask, do you have to set Paradise with any kind of powder or setting products? And the same with Edge. You don't need powder to set either one of these. They will both dry and set on their own.
Yeah, you can set them with powder. I prefer barrier spray to set them. They do set down on their own though. They are a matte formula.
So I'm gonna wait for this red to dry that I just put down, and then I'm gonna go over it with black, and I'll show you guys how it doesn't blend together, how it's just gonna lay on top of the red, and then I'll just continue and you guys will get a better understanding of what Edge is all about.
I'm kind of going back and forth, like I said with Paradise. Once your layer is dry, you can go on top and continue to build color. So now I'm going back in with my pink. I want it to be a little bit more vibrant on this side.
Someone's asking if we can do a video on foundation and concealer. Yes, we absolutely can. I'm just exaggerating my cheekbones here, actually using the Intense in Red Earth and Mehron's Beauty Brush, the little angled one.
Question from Facebook.
Yes.
Is Edge still water activated?
Yes, it's water activated.
I'm going into the light blue here. Start to add some blue pastel detailing. Just kind of mimicking what I did on the other side.
Still good. How do I get this in India? Email us at info@Mehron and our customer service team will point you in the right direction on where you can find Mehron products in your country or in your state. They will find all that for you.
Someone here from Peru. Hello from New York. Right, I'm going in with the purple. I like this Prisma because it's all the like nice pastel shades, so perfect for the look I was going for today.
What was the inspiration for your look?
I always kind of go to Instagram to find other artists. I go to Pinterest.
Pinterest is my go-to.
Yeah, I love Pinterest. And I just found these really cool, even some paintings that I found that were like watercolor paintings. And it just inspired me. And I was like, I really want to do a pastel look. Plus I love these colors together. They're gorgeous.
Yeah, I like the look.
Thank you.
It's fun. I did the same thing with Pinterest. What I like to do is go and look for some kind of avant-garde idea, or I mean, depending what your theme is, but today I was searching for avant-garde ideas and, well, specifically for face and body painting, and then I kind of choose a bunch of different ones that I like and then infuse them together. So I'll take like a piece that I like from someone, and you know, you always want to change it up and switch it up and make it your own. So maybe it's the color or the thickness or thinness of the line, or maybe you make it more opaque or more sheer, but I'll compile different photos and pick the best things I like about each one, then create my own thing out of that.
Yeah.
Which I find to be quite helpful. Sometimes you
I
just get
like to
stuck and you don't know what you want.
Mishmash of different things. New to make helps to watch you guys. Oh, good.
Yay!
That's awesome.
So right now I'm actually not using the edge. I'm just using Mehron's black eye pencil to line my lower lid here, and I'm gonna go over that with Intense and Carbon just to darken it up.
I'm going in with our gold Brilliant, which is one of my favorite shades of Paradise. It's really pretty. That's just gonna go right onto the lid. And that I mixed
so
up
shiny
to kind of be a thick, whereas the other ones with the watercolors, I wanted them to be really sheer, thinned out. With the gold Brilliant, I want it to be really stand out and have that nice bling to it. So I used a little bit less water and I swirled it around so it's a thicker texture.
Someone's saying it looks like someone beat you up, but she's not done yet, okay?
I feel like if anything, like I was beat up by like a unicorn.
Yeah, maybe. They rubbed off all their magical pastel shades on you. Okay, so my edge on the lid here should be dry, and it is. So I'm gonna go in with the black. I'll just show you guys real quick how to activate this. It's super simple, and it's the same way that you use Paradise. Dipping my brush in water. You see? Going around the surface. Work it into a creamy consistency. And now I'm going to put that over my lid. So you can see this is not picking up the red. It's not blending into the red. It's just laying right down on top. Oh, someone's asking if we have UV paint. We do have UV in our Fantasy FX and our liquid makeup, which you can find on our website. If you have trouble finding, just email us, but they are on the face and body paint section on the website.
Liquid eyeshadow. You
It's
can
pretty much what
definitely,
it is.
yeah, you could definitely use them as shadows, as liners.
So I'm gonna let this dry and I'm gonna go in with my mascara. So I actually used Brazen and I'm just gonna do 2 coats on my upper and lower lash. And then I'm gonna show you guys a little trick.
You got a question about if you want to do PR, email us, collab@mehron.com, and we collect them all through there.
So what I'm gonna show you guys is how I made my lashes white over here. So I'm gonna let the mascara set and then I'm gonna go in with the edge. I used the Mark Reed fan brush and dipped it into the white and then just kind of flicked it onto the lashes. I just wanna make sure this dries first, so I'm gonna wait a little bit, but it's a fun way to add like a pop of color or something different to your lashes without having to use falsies. And the same goes for Paradise. You can use Paradise the same exact way. You put your mascara down on first, let it dry, and then it really helps to use a fan brush because you can just get the color on lightly and build up as much as you want it.
I am bumping up my look going in with some...
Pink is starting to pop.
It's all about building colors with Paradise. It's all about building and blending, which is really kind of what sets it apart from Edge, which is all about instant opaque, and blend resistant. So it's perfect for all these line work and outlining, color blocking.
I actually added a little bit of highlight onto my cheeks with the Highlight Pro palette. This is the Cool. And I'm just gonna use the white shade here and kind of dust that on.
Right, I'm gonna go in with Wild Orchid now, which is a nice, deep, kind of plummy purple.
That's my favorite purple.
It's a beautiful color. And on top I'm adding more, whereas I had a lot of these like soft blends. With these kind of pops of color I'm doing, it's more about kind of just sharp brush strokes. Adds a nice like painterly feel to the look.
Yeah. So because Edge doesn't blend from one color to another, and I want to add just a little bit of blending where I put down the black, I'm going to go in with my Intense Carbon. Just taking a little bit of that on the fluffy side of my blending brush and just kind of diffusing the line a little bit. I don't need it to be too blended, I just want it to soften it. So you can see intense and just, you know, regular pressed powders will work really well over the body paint. Same with Paradise.
I am almost done with my look. I'm gonna bump up my pinks a little bit more, like gold.
So now that my mascara is dry, I'm going to show you how I did the white on my lashes. And I'm just going in right onto the palette, just doing a little mixy. Now I'm going to take the fan brush, the Mark Reed fan brush, and just flick it onto the lashes. And see how well that goes on. I got a little bit of smudge, but you can take that off by just lightly patting, or if you could use a little bit of water on a brush, you could get rid of any little marks you leave behind.
So I am using the gold Brilliant Paradise as like a highlight right now. So I'm just going in with those same kind of like sharp strokes. Just adding a little bit to my cheekbones. And as you can see, it can also be used in the hair and on the lips. So I do have the dark pink on my lips with the gold Brilliant on the bottom and top. And I also did a little follow through on my hair on this side. So it's a great all-in-one product.
Same with Edge, you can use this anywhere. I'm actually gonna just finish up what I'm doing on the eyes here and then move on to painting and filling in my lips. So it works great as a lipstick. Brilliant technique with the white lashes. Thank you. I hope you guys try this out. It's so much fun and such a cool way to bump up your look or do something a little avant-garde or different without having to purchase all these different expensive mascaras. You know, you get one palette of Edge or Paradise and you can have all those different colored lashes.
Yeah.
So here's a good demo. A lot of people are gonna think, okay, now I'm gonna put down this white line and it's gonna blend into all this red and black and create pink. And I'm gonna show you how it does not do that. So I wanna get the white to be as creamy as I possibly can. I don't wanna have too much water because then it'll be too sheer. So I'm trying to work this into a really thick, creamy consistency. And then I'm gonna go in and create this white line. Okay. Just kind of creating a jagged line. The only spot I had trouble is right here, just trying to go over my brows, only because I didn't block them. So I'm just gonna lay the paint down a little thicker right there. Try to fill that in. So I actually did a few coats to get the lines a little thicker and a little bit more opaque, but you can see that this is laying right on top without blending into the red and turning my white pink.
I'm gonna define my brows a little bit. I'm using our brand new Pro Brow Palette, which I am absolutely obsessed with.
Ugh,
So I
if
already
anyone's
have
tried it,
it.
please let us know because we've
Yes.
been getting such great feedback for those of you who do have it. It's such an amazing product.
So I'm just gonna mix a little bit of the black brown with the pomade to create a nice, like, sharp line. Just to make this stand out a little more. 'Cause it got a little lost with the paint. There we go. Yeah, I'm absolutely loving this.
It looks almost like frostbite, unicorn frostbite. Oh, I like that. That's cute.
I love it.
White over the red and black is brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I love about Edge too, is you really get those very, like, instantly bold shades.
Yep, and I just did 2 layers. I put down one line of the white and I'm just going over it a second time just to make it a little bit more opaque, but you know, this doesn't take layers upon layers. Should we give you guys a little teaser on something that's happening next week? Is anyone interested?
I bet some of you guys can guess.
You can probably guess based on the time of year, but see.
Can anyone guess what we got going on next week? Next Friday? We have some amazing sales coming. So
Some
it's
of
obviously
the biggest discounts that we've ever had on our products. So you
Ever.
guys are really going to want to tune in next week. We'll be talking about it on our social media platforms all across the board. So you will not be left out. You're going to
Yeah.
find out everything that we have a sale on, and you guys are going to be really excited about it.
yeah, you're definitely gonna want to stay tuned. We've got sales up to 50% off.
Which we've never had
Which we've
before.
never
We've
done.
never had up to 50% off, so I can't imagine that anyone's going to be complaining about that. Greetings from Ecuador. We have so many different people around the world today. Where's
I know.
everyone else from?
Do we have any New Yorkers?
Any fellow New
Any
Yorkers?
fellow New Yorkers? Mississippi. Hello. Australia.
Wow.
What time is it there? So follow Mehron Australia to see what they will be doing. For us, it is going to be US. It's going to be a Mehron.com sale. I know Amazon will be having some amazing sales as well. We will keep you posted on all the details. But for Australia, check out the Mehron Australia IG, and I'm sure they will keep you updated.
So I'm going to use Edge to fill in my lips. I'm going to actually start with our lip liner, beauty lip liner. This is Rhubarb. And I'm just going to fill that in with the red Edge.
right. So we are wrapping it up here. Any other last minute questions before we go? Like Pamela said, we will be back next week to talk all things Black Friday.
All things sale. Definitely come back.
For
Stay
sure.
tuned. We're going to give you all the
Lots of
info. You will
exciting
not be
stuff.
left out.
Yes.
Someone's asking if it will crack. Neither of these body paints will crack. The edge is designed to dry super soft and lightweight on the skin. It's not going to dry out, and the same thing with Paradise.
Yeah.
So, no.
It's very creamy and then it dries down matte, but it doesn't crack.
We hope you guys enjoyed watching and you gained a little bit more information about our edge palette. Some people had a lot of questions about it and we're still confused about how it differs from Paradise, but we hope that we covered all that ground for you. If you still have questions, you can feel free to ask, or you could always email us.
info@mehron.com, DM us.
Yep.
We will be around, and make sure to follow us throughout social, Instagram, we're on YouTube, we are on Twitch, we are on Facebook, so stay tuned.
Thanks for
Thanks,
watching,
guys.
guys.